Hi YouTube, this is Felicia with Bible Scraps and welcome to the second video in my Flippie Funique series, having fun with Flippie flips, folds, and this video I'm going to show you how you can use your gesso and your modeling paste. I picked up this from Michael's and this is Teresa Collins modeling paste, but I'm sure any brand you use, how you can use those products with your stencils to create something that looks like this. And throughout my flip book here, you can see where I've added texture with the stencils. And so I will have a link to this video if you'd like to see a full review of it. But to get started is really easy. Now, if you are not familiar with flip back art, I have a link to my flip back art 101 and you can check that video out. But to get started, I'm going to use a piece of acrylic as my work surface. I'm going to take some washi tape. You could use repositionable tape. And I'm using a Flippie. Now, this clear bag is by the company Clear Bag. I will have the link in the description box. Now, pay attention to the side that has the adhesive on it. You want to place it down because you want to be able to adhere this down. And take your washi tape and secure your Flippie down. I'm going to put it here and here. Just as simple as that. Now you guys, there's no magic about doing this. It's so easy. You do not need to prime. Okay, so what I'm going to also do is take my stencil and adhere that down as well. Now I could have used the same washi tape to adhere both together, but I didn't in this case, but you can. And this is a stencil by Tim Holtz, one of his layering stencils, and this one is called Bubble. I think I got mine on Amazon. Michael's do carry some of his stencils, but they didn't have this particular one. Okay, so I've added my washi tape on my stencil, and I'm going to position that where I want it. Now, I'm going to take a makeup sponge, and I'm going to use gesso for this stencil. Okay, and I'm taking a scrap piece of a Flippie, and just going to dab the gesso down on that. I don't want to put too much on my makeup sponge. And just dab. So you just dab it until you have full coverage. Or remove the stencil. And I have added texture to this Flippie. Now it dries really quick. Probably in 10 minutes it'll be dry. So I just wanted to add too, you could take a baby wipe or a wet paper towel and clean up your edges if you don't want that excess gesso, but you want to do it before your gesso dries. And you also want to clean your stencil. Wow, it's been just 2 minutes and it's already like dried. Now truth be told, I don't clean mine anyway. I'm just doing it because I'm on camera. So anyway, you want to clean it while it's still wet. So for the second example, I'm going to use a stencil. I picked this up at Tuesday Morning a couple weeks ago. It's by Dreamweavers. I paid $4 for it. Had to get the cross when I saw it. And I'm going to use a smaller Flippie. And for this one though, I'm going to apply the washi tape to both the stencil and the Flippie. And I'm going to use my same makeup sponge. Or better yet, you know what? I think for this one, I did use a spatula. So let me go ahead and do that. The same way you would do it on paper or water paper or canvas is the same way you do it here. But for some reason, I think I may have used my sponge too, and I don't like this particular spatula. Okay, so I'm going to use my makeup sponge. I think that's what I used when I made that last one, because I don't mind if it's not really thick. it's still going to add, in my case, enough texture. So whatever's easier for you guys. I don't do a lot of molding, so I'm just using what I have on hand. Yeah, now I remember what you can do too to add some texture. Just do this. This is what I actually did. So I did use a sponge. I didn't use that spatula. And that's going to add some texture there. Okay, and then before it dries, you want to remove your stencil. And just wipe off what you can. Some time ago, and I heard the person doing the video state that you can add micro beads to your paste while it's wet. So that's what I'm going to do. Just gonna sprinkle some. So I figured if you could add micro beads, you can add glitter too. So I'm gonna do that as well. And I haven't experimented with this, but when I do more, I'm going to add some distressed glitter. I'm just going to add whatever I have that shakes to it and see how that looks. But before I do that, let me go ahead and add the glitter. I added more micro beads. I'm just using Martha Stewart, her glitter. So before it dries, or you can wait until it dries too, you can just blow off any excess you have. And I already cleaned it up. I thought it was filming, but I wasn't filming. You could take a brush and clean off any excess. It really does clean up quite. All right, so it's all dry. Now the paste took longer because it is thicker, but can you guys see the dimension that it gave? Can you see the glitter and the micro beads? That is so pretty. And this is using the Tim Holtz stencil. Now, in my shabby chic mixed media flip book, I kept it clear, but I just want to give you an idea. If you were to add pattern transparency in the back, or actually you would cut it down and add it inside of the Flippie, I want to give you an idea of how that would look. What's cool about working with flip back art, because you can add your pattern paper or whatever type of paper, and you can, you know, take it out and you could change up the look really quick. And so that's, maybe I should do it like this, a little closer. If you were to add, let's see, some solid color, of course you can add pattern paper, so you could easily change up the look depending on what type of paper you want to add inside your Flippie. Now, you can also do the same technique on acetate paper. That is what I did in my Flippie flip book. I did do some stenciling on the Flippie, but like in this pocket here, I added the stenciling on a piece of acetate and stuck that in there. So that's an option as well. Okay, so I'm going to make a quick flip part. So once again, you guys, there was really no magic to this. There was no need to prime your Flippie. You just stencil, you add your paste as you would to any other surface, and it works perfectly in flip back art. Well, thank you guys for watching, and blessings.